Coverage of Winchester High School graduation is brought to you by the Town Pantry, serving great sandwiches, coffee, and all your grocery needs. Located at 747 Main Street, Winchester.
Today is a special day in the history of the United States. It's the 60th anniversary of D-Day. I'd like to take this time to take a moment of silence for all American soldiers who have died in wars, and also for President Reagan, who passed away yesterday. Thank you. We have some special guests today. I'd like them to stand. As I introduce them, Superintendent Jim Marini of the Winchester Public Schools. Kathy Bodie, Chair of the School Committee. Sarah Swiger, former Chair of the School Committee. Sue Morse, former Principal of Winchester High School. Jim Johnson, a member of the Selectmen and also a parent of a graduating senior. And Lisa Clary, Chair of the Scholarship Committee and the Winchester Scholarship Foundation. At this time, I'd like to introduce Thomas Wooten, President of the National Honor Society, who will welcome you to graduation.
Hi everyone. Wow, I didn't know I was going first until about 10 minutes ago when I looked on the program, so bear with me. We, the Winchester High School class of 2004, are among the luckiest and most privileged people in the world. We've enjoyed a comfortable existence, and we've been granted more opportunities in our short time on Earth than most people could ever hope to receive in their lifetimes. The most important of these opportunities has been our education. Inside the classroom, we've been blessed with passionate teachers who truly care about us and who have devoted their lives to furthering our knowledge. Outside the classroom, we've been free to discover our passions, playing sports, acting, working, singing, dancing, playing instruments, climbing mountains, or just spending time with friends. In one way or another, we have all benefited greatly from the opportunities afforded to us by our place in society. Right now, because of these opportunities, our lives are brimming with potential. We know that we can accomplish just about anything that we set our minds to. Thus, we are in a unique position to do a great deal of good in the world, and the world truly does need our help. Consider that 1 in 6 American children goes to bed hungry on a regular basis. Consider that every day, more people die of AIDS in Africa than died in the September 11th attacks. Consider that of the 3,464 years of recorded human history, 3,196 have been plagued by war. Consider also that many problems exist right here in our hometown. Believe it or not, more Winchester residents use the Woburn Food Pantry than do Woburn residents. All of these problems need to be addressed, and much of this burden will fall on our generation. So, what can each of us do in the face of such a monumental challenge? As Gandhi said, whatever you do in life will be insignificant, but it is important that you do it anyway. Indeed, none of us can save the world, but each of us has a unique ability to leave the world a slightly better place than we found it. Countless ways exist for each of us to realize this potential: adopting a child, helping a friend, fighting for a good cause, becoming a teacher, or simply questioning society's norms. Few of these paths are glamorous or prestigious. Fewer still lead to material wealth. Each, however, is far more fulfilling than the indifference and relentless consumerism common in our society. As Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." Personally, I have found nothing more fulfilling than building houses for underprivileged families with Habitat for Humanity. This year, I traveled with 40 other Winchester High School students to volunteer with a Habitat affiliate in Washington State. We spent our April vacation waking up early each morning to shovel and hammer until we were exhausted, and none of us regretted the sacrifice for a second. We will never forget the joy and excitement we shared with that family as they watched their new home materialize before their eyes. By using our time and energy to benefit others, we gained immense satisfaction. So this is it. Society has given us the best it has to offer, and now the time has come for us to return the favor. To quote Henry David Thoreau, "Goodness is the only investment that never fails." If each of us does our own small part to give back in some meaningful way, then, collectively, we truly will make the world a better place. Thank you very much.
We also have a speaker who is not on your program. Lindsay Swanson, Vice President of the class, will address the graduates.
Congratulations, class of 2004. We made it. When we look back over the past 4 years, it seems like only yesterday that we were walking through the doors of Winchester High School as freshmen. While high school may have passed by faster than many of us ever imagined it would, the memories we are left with are irreplaceable. We have accomplished so much, both individually and collectively. Few classes have been able to pull together the way that we have. We held the first class dinner, beginning a tradition that is not only a successful fundraiser, but also a way to bring the community closer together. We successfully brought back dances, and we undertook a landscaping project that left the courtyard looking better than it ever has. We have also experienced sadness and grief with the losses of Chris and Anthony. We will never forget the wonderful friends that they were, and their memories will forever enrich our lives. Many of the friendships that we have formed and strengthened over the years will remain with us for the rest of our lives. We have been motivated and challenged in ways that we never thought possible. Teachers have imparted a desire to learn and explore, aiding us on the road to discovery. Coaches have instilled in us a drive to excel, encouraging us to reach heights that we had only dreamed about. Our classmates have showed us a world of opportunities, each one possessing different talents and strengths. And of course, there are our parents, who have been there to support us every step of the way. We are fortunate to live in a community where there are so many people surrounding us that want us to succeed and will do anything to help us become the people that we strive to be. Thank you, parents, teachers, staff, relatives, and friends. As we close one chapter of our lives, we can't look at it as an ending, but rather a new beginning. We find ourselves at a crossroads, departing from the comforts we have come to love and facing a transition into an unknown. We are faced with a world far different than the one that surrounded us 4 short years ago. The world we live in today is far more challenging and far more dangerous. We have witnessed September 11th and the wars in both Afghanistan and Iraq, leading to more uncertainty about what lies ahead of us than ever before. As we strive to achieve individual success in the future, let us also recognize the need for a better understanding of the events, forces, and cultural diversity that shapes our world today. We truly have been blessed by being provided with the tools necessary to impact this global society. We have learned the value of friendship, supporting each other through good times and difficult ones. We have embraced the power of community. We have developed a keen curiosity to learn and challenge ourselves, as well as those around us, and we have found value in our differences. As we go on to pursue our individual dreams, let us use what we have learned to positively influence the changing world around us. We all possess the power to realize our goals and to live the lives we imagine, while at the same time making this world a better place. Let us not be overwhelmed by the differences that divide us, but embrace them as we pursue our dreams. It was William Arthur Ward who said, "If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it." Do not be dismayed by the obstacles that you may meet along the way. Although it may take some of us longer than others, we will all get to where we want to be eventually, as long as we never give up on our dreams. Every one of us possesses the courage and strength needed to succeed. As an anonymous quote says, "There's no need to reach high for the stars. They are already within you. Just reach deep into yourself." We can and we will impact the world.
The senior address will be given by Christopher Davis, president of the senior class.
Dr. Marini, Mr. Gwynn, members of the school committee, faculty and staff, families, friends, and most importantly, graduating class of 2004. I come before you today to congratulate you, pay tribute to you, and share something that I feel was the most important aspect of our 4 years together as the class of 2004, friendship. A friend is one who knows all about you and still likes you anyway. Now that quote is spoken by Christy Warner, and as we all know from Miss Tracy Everina's English classes, don't forget to footnote those sources. I thought I'd share with you some of the things we've all learned about friendship over the past 4 years here. Friendship is about sharing good times, and gosh knows we've had our good times together. School dances, state championship sporting events, weekend nights, I could go on and on. Friendship is about agreeing and agreeing to disagree. It is about defending your friend when they might not exactly see eye to eye with the teacher. Friendship is also about support, going to sporting events, the high school plays, or hearing the octets sing so many times you know the words as well as they do. Friendship is about sacrifice and not always doing what you want to do. Friendship is about appreciating each other's passion to succeed in a field that differs from your own. Friendship is about cherishing memories of time spent together. We will always remember Chris Metropolis. Friendship is about enjoying music, going to Worcester to see 5 Pounds Lighter play one of their earliest gigs, witnessing Carlson and other local bands battle it out at the Rock for Youth. Friendship is about being faithful and honest to one another. It is understanding. It is learning to forgive. And most importantly, friendship is taking care of each other, picking someone up when they're down, encouraging someone, being an inspiration, and even something as simple as getting them home safely at the end of the night. These are the things about friendship that I will personally remember from this class. I'll also remember, as Lindsay pointed out, the following accomplishments. As a class, we put ourselves on the map. We were the first group in a long string of classes to finally be known for doing something good. As juniors, we held the first annual class-run dinner, a fundraising event that gave us recognition for having fun, doing something beneficial and profitable for our class, and most importantly, building community. We carried on our fundraising tradition and hosted the senior class dinner. Once again, as a class, rounding up members of the community to put on another incredibly successful event. We hosted 2 dances. At each one, our class had the highest attendance. Our class spirit contributed to making all of these very successful nights. We showed an appreciation for our school's property by landscaping the somewhat unattractive front of the school in the fall and the courtyard in the spring. The results of these projects and the engraved 2004 in the stone bench in the courtyard will serve as a legacy that will remind people of our commitment, friendship, and unity. The unique aspect of our class is that we united time and time again for the benefit of our class and for our school. And without this camaraderie, none of these events would have been successful. It is these types of displays of unity that make me feel confident in our future. Now, speaking of our future, just because we will not be witnessing such things as the daily antics of Miles Lang Kennedy, the artistic talents of Andrea Zampatella, the high-class fashion and love for food of Ryan Haynes, the superb athletic performance of Katie Brooks, the brass bellows of saxophonist Dave Casserly, the academic accomplishments of Stephanie Garlow, not to mention the vocal talents of Andrew Potter, the editorial writings of Christina Dill, and the plethora of historical knowledge that is Dan Berman. Just to name a few of you all does not mean we won't always be connected. We will be. As we move forward from our hometown of Winchester, we will encounter major obstacles to maintaining these friendships. Distance, time, travel, and conflicting schedules will make it difficult to stay in touch. They say the older you get, the harder you have to work at maintaining friendships. So here's my challenge to you. Hang on to your closest friends. Make sure your close friendships endure these challenges. Work hard and commit yourself to maintaining your closest friendships. As we progress into the next chapter of our lives, let us not forget the friends we have made here in Winchester and what can be accomplished when we act as one. So, class of 2004, before we head out on our own into the world, let me just remind you, you are all unique, you are all gifted, but most importantly, we should all be proud of what we have done together and the lifelong friends we have made. As the late Bob Marley once said, in this great future, you can't forget your past. I know I will never forget you all. Congratulations, class of 2004, and I wish you the very best of luck for all your futures. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce the octets under the direction of Mrs. Raymeyer, who will perform a tribute. Catherine Galvin will solo.
Is that not on? Okay. So should I put it in that? No, just use it. Just hold it? Yeah, I need it back. I can give it back to you. My friends, the crossroads are near. Soon we shall say to each other another farewell. So now let's live for the moment. Sing one more song of elation. One more glass of good cheer. Though the chapter shall end, when we turn the page, let us sing a tribute to life as friends. Oh, my friends, take pride in our years. We've borne the seed of tradition. With friends gather near, let's raise our glasses high. Let's toast in honor the memories and thanks for the times. Though the chapter shall end, when we turn the page, the end of this night is the end of our age. As we all set forth to find our own way, let us sing a tribute to life as friends, as friends. Whoa, as friends.
Vote for a faculty speaker at graduation. The students nominate teachers, and then they take a vote of all the nominations. The faculty speaker this year for the class of 2004 is Lauren Maloney.
That was lovely, octets and Katie. Beautiful. Honored graduates, proud parents, distinguished members of the school committee, esteemed members of the school administration, and much appreciated community supporters. On this very rare and wonderful occasion, as students, families, and educators gather together, let us all exult in a celebratory moment and applaud ourselves for the contributions we have made to this joint venture of graduation. It is gratifying to me that the senior class has shown no discrimination against the elderly in their choice of speaker. I am deeply touched by their confidence and inspiration and accept this honor for all the hardworking and wonderful teachers in the Winchester school system. Before delivering what, for lack of better words, might be called a final history lesson, permit me to salute a few people who have contributed substantially to the success of Winchester High School during your 4 years. Susan Morse was principal during your freshman year. Unfortunately, you hardly knew her. For me, she was a much treasured colleague on the senior humanities team, a no-nonsense assistant principal, a creative and empathetic principal, and a courageous survivor of cancer. We miss you, Susan. Clarence Olson and Susan Mockery, as assistant principals, have shared primary responsibility for the running of the building. They have demonstrated an uncommon combination of firmness, efficiency, and compassion that have served you students well. We thank you, Ms. Mockery and Mr. Olson. Thomas Gwynn became principal at the beginning of your senior year in the wake of 3 years of uncertainty at the position. He arrived inauspiciously for the 10-year evaluation of the school, a particularly difficult task for a first-year principal. He listened patiently to his veteran faculty, gradually won their confidence, and laid the groundwork for a consensual process of leadership. Congratulations on a great start, Tom. And kudos for Superintendent Jim Marini, not only for selecting Tom as principal, but also for his outstanding work in advocating for education in the community. And finally, let us celebrate the retirement of your former acting principal, now assistant principal, Mr. Clarence Olson, my friend and valued colleague for these many years. For the past 33 years, Mr. Olson has served Winchester students at the junior high and high school as social studies teacher and at the high school as assistant principal and principal. In my professional career, I have met no one possessing the range of practical and intellectual skills that he has clearly demonstrated. There are few people who can provide sophisticated advice on stocks and bonds, master the art of real estate, and wade through the annual changes in the tax code, while at the same time captaining a boat from the Cape to Florida, all the while fixing any technical problems aboard, dealing with virtually any aspect of home repairs, structural, electrical, plumbing, etc., and figuring out the many mechanical, logistical problems with which the high school is beset, as well as working with the so-called experts responsible for repairing them. For your integrity and dignity with which you have treated the students of Winchester, we salute you, Mr. Olson. Are you sure you don't want to stay another year? And now for that final history lesson. Something about living a life with balance in an aggressive, competitive culture of individualism. The lesson stems from one of the great questions I was introduced to in my philosophy classes at Holy Cross College in the 1960s. The issue was simply the relationship between the one and the many. Implicit in the discussions was the idea that it was fundamental to all disciplines. While the scientists and mathematicians were playing around with elements, molecules, and numbers, I began thinking about human beings and the social groups, and especially the relationship between individuals and the society in which they lived. My personal journey would take me from philosophy and psychology to literature and then to history and social sciences. My concern was simply to understand the relationship between the one and the many. Studying classics, education, history were all helpful, but not sufficient. Teaching Latin, English, history, and social studies well complemented my intellectual preparation, but something was missing. Very simply, I needed to experience what had been learned from the experience of others. By observation and experience through school, work, and travel, a glimmer of understanding began to emerge. I wasn't sure whether it happened while crossing from West to East Berlin in the heart of the Cold War, or touring the Holocaust Museum in Hiroshima on the anniversary of the dropping of the bomb. Or perhaps it was one of those carefree nights of beer drinking with some very interesting characters on the west coast of Ireland. Or maybe it came in the form of a revelation during one of those long runs through the rural villages of Italy, a routine therapeutic break in the cultural tours of Rome, Florence, Venice, and Palermo. The fact that the terror and embarrassment of having my wallet lifted by a pack of unruly teens on the Mexico City subway is still with me today might suggest the value of that experience. Somehow, the experiences that complemented the book learning and teaching began to provide a perspective on the world. Let us now take a brief historical look at the DNA of modern American culture through the prism of the one and the many. By the middle of the 19th century in America, the relationship between the one and the many had tilted substantially to the one. A celebration of individualism on the political and cultural level portended the explosion of rugged individualism we associate with the industrial and imperialistic expansion of the late 19th century. These tendencies are foreseen and clearly observed in the life of Andrew Jackson and the ideas of Ralph Waldo Emerson and Walt Whitman. Andrew Jackson emerged from the American Revolution as a virtual waif. A poor, illiterate young man who would be transformed into a lawyer, an aggressive, controversial general, a congressman, and eventually one of the strongest presidents of the United States. From the social depths to aristocracy in one generation. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the Unitarian minister, attacked the lifelessness and conformity of a traditional God-centered Christianity, announcing that the perfection of God was within humanity itself. The men shaping American civilization at that time, released from the fear, intimidation, and omnipotence of a controlling God, corroborated Emerson's insight by making the world in their own image. In Self-Reliance, Emerson affirms the principle that man controls his own fate and affects his own perfection. Philosophically and materially, a spirit of individualism was born, one that would be an enormous challenge to the one and the many, especially in the 20th century. When Walt Whitman sings of a farmer, mechanic, artist, gentleman, sailor, Quaker, prisoner, fancy man, rowdy, lawyer, physician, priest, he has celebrated most optimistically not only the diversity of America, but the realization that the traditional hierarchies are dead. All Americans could legitimately compete for the prize, and their fate would be the result of their own efforts. Noble sentiments indeed, but what of the impact on the one and the many? The idea of individualism, so beautifully rendered in Emerson and Whitman and substantially embodied in Andrew Jackson, has become the cornerstone of the success myth in American culture. Such figures as Lincoln, Rockefeller, Teddy Roosevelt, Ford, Babe Ruth, Madonna, and Martin Luther King are presented to us as models of heroic achievement, as if the hero were an isolated atom fully responsible for all that is historically associated with his or her name. And what of the many who participated in these gains or provided the opposition that elevated them to greatness? Perhaps it is Martin Luther King whose story presents us with the most poignant example. Unquestionably, one of the most celebrated Americans of the 20th century, his individual achievements are clearly the consequences of empowering the many. With King, we see a balance between the one and the many, a balance observed all too infrequently in a culture of individualism heavily tilted toward the one. How does the culture of individualism play out in your lives? How and why do your individual needs conflict with the many, with your family, among your friends, in the classroom, on the playing field, or perhaps as part of your civic role as you participate in town, state, and national affairs? Your families and schools have placed you at the very center of their worlds for the last 18 years. They have nurtured your physical, intellectual, and emotional capacity so that you might navigate your way through youth and adolescence. Simply put, the world has revolved around you through high school in a way that it never will again. In this, your transition stage, appreciate the enormous sacrifices made for you by your immediate family and by others you may not even be aware of. The job you get this summer may come from a neighbor who felt obliged to one of your parents. It may have had very little to do with that interview you felt sealed the deal. While you have earned your place in the university, think of the telephone calls and urgent pleas of loved ones and guidance counselors that flowed into the admissions offices. Think of all those things that affect your life about which you have little or no control. The realization is humbling, to be sure. You will pursue your major with great energy. You will find a slot in the workplace and maybe even get married and have children. You will have moved on from that faraway world of adolescence in Winchester, and you will realize that your successes, in whatever measure, have come both from your own hard work and the contributions of the many whose lives have interacted with your own. And that partner of yours, and those lovely little children, and that social web in which you live, these are the many to whom you are responsible. And so, my dear graduate, as you approach the stage to receive your diploma, while you remember that vaunted science or literature award you won last year, providing you with a huge ego boost, think about the wider context that made such a prestigious award possible. And you who have won accolades on the soccer field, the football gridiron, or the tennis court, think about the loved ones and coaches who nurtured your inclinations, skills, and occasionally wavering psyches. And you who have practiced your instruments for seemingly endless hours or crafted finished woodwork, the envy of more experienced workmen, what physical and emotional supports have made your considerable achievements possible? Most of you will be going to the university in the fall. Some will be off to work, and others may opt for a brief period of travel, all important steps on the highway of life. Breathe in these important experiences of education, work, and travel, and realize that the living of a life entails the confronting of the one and the many. As you pursue the success myth with every fiber of your existence, finding work that is productive and fulfilling, negotiating the avenues of sex and love, reconciling your individual demands with that all-important emotional web of family and society, remember that individuals comprise a social world and no one goes it alone. And this is no less true of nation-states. By its unilateral actions of late, our country has broken the web of international harmony, placing great strain on its domestic capabilities and risking its long-standing credibility in the world. Graduates, stay close to your beloved moorings, those emotional connections without which all achievement is unfulfilling at best and impossible at worst. Graduates, we congratulate you today for your successful transition to the world of adulthood, and realize what a mixed blessing that is. I challenge you to reconcile that great paradox of the one and the many, just as we must challenge our country to do the same. For no person nor country can live in isolation. I thank you again for the great honor of speaking to you today.
Coverage of Winchester High School graduation is brought to you by the Town Pantry, serving great sandwiches, coffee, and all your grocery needs. Located at 747 Main Street, Winchester.
I'd like to introduce Kathy Bodie, who will bring greetings from the school committee.
Graduates, on behalf of the school committee, I want to extend to you our congratulations on this very important milestone in your life and our best wishes. As a class, you have excelled in academics, music, art, athletics, and in your friendships. I know it will be many years yet before you can fully appreciate the gift that you've been given here in Winchester, an education in the Winchester Public Schools. As so well represented by the extraordinary teachers that you have up here today. I know that many of the graduates have felt that they have been well prepared for all of the challenges that they did face in school and in work later. There's one thought that I would like to leave with all of you, and that is, to those who have been given very much, much is expected. As you go forth in your life, look around and find ways that you can be of service to all of those around you. Be a volunteer in your next school, in the community that you find yourself living. Smile and extend a helping hand to someone who is struggling. And be aware of what's happening in the world. And please exercise your very precious right to vote. And if you do these things, together we will continually make this world a much better place for all of us to live. God bless each and every one of you on your journey. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Dr. James Marini, who will address the graduates.
Class of 2004, parents, family members, friends, and honored guests, today is certainly a proud day in Winchester. The class of 2004, you have seen many changes in the last few years. Those changes included a change in principal, a change in superintendent, a change in assistant principals. Yet through it all, those changes, you have had the consistency of excellent programs taught by outstanding teachers who cared about you as individuals as they went about their work every day to provide you with a first-class education. I have no doubt that you are well prepared and are ready to take on the challenges that lie ahead for each of you. As you look back on your education, I hope you will feel that the school system has served you well, that you were challenged academically and you were supported to be who you are, and that in the end, you learned more about yourself as a person. I hope during your time in the school system, you had that one teacher who inspired you to excel and instilled in you a personal sense of confidence in your abilities. I hope you made some good friendships. We heard a lot about friendships today. I hope each of you were able to make some good friendships and that your memories are filled more with happy times and private accomplishments than with the times of difficulty and struggle. As we gather here today to recognize your accomplishment, it is also appropriate to recognize and thank your parents and family members for the support and encouragement they gave you along the way. Always remember, you are a source of pride for your family and a treasure for the town of Winchester. We wish you well, good luck, and congratulations to the class of 2004.
Before we do the diplomas, I'd like to recognize 3 students for great academic achievement in their years at Winchester High School. There are 3 students getting this award, and I'll call you up one at a time. The first award for academic achievement is Stephanie Garlow. The second winner is Wei-Jen Si. And the third winner is Callie Swiger.
Alberto Hernan Acosta. David Lual Acque. Jenna Anne Marie Anciello. Brittany Dawn Anderson. Kevin Eugene Anglin. Alice Judith Austin. Kevin Andrew Baer. Catherine Marie Baker. Christina Elise Barber. Evan Ford Barden. Owen Hughes Barrett. Victoria Denise Barrett. William Kelso Batson. Christine Adeline Bellitti. Jeannie Benenson. Daniel Walter Berman. Jeremy Richard Berman. Rachel Kenesha Bernard. Dan Bondarev. Frederick John Borges. Angela Clorinda Bowers. Jonathan David Marshall Boyer Dry. Abigail Sterling Brott. Natalie Elizabeth Brewster. Caitlin Ann Briggs. Catherine Jean Brooks. Nicholas Albert Bonapane III.
Catherine Teresa Campbell. David John Casserly. Michelle Jean Casino. Andrew David Castronovo. Catherine Jean Cataldo. Andrew Carl Christopher. Jillian Ashley Christopher. Michael D. Champa. Caitlin Elizabeth Coit. Michael William Collins. Molly Margaret Collins. Matthew Lawrence Conboy. Well, oh wait. There we go. Eileen Margaret Keneally. Caroline Loftus Conway. Joseph Martin Conway. James Anthony Corbett. Melissa Marie Cromwell. Shauna Claire Culhane. Christopher Scott Davis. John Thomas Dawley, Jr. Philip Kofi Day. Michelle Lee de Blasi. Christina Lynn Dill. John DePerna III. Sarah Emily Donahue. Sean Stewart Donahue. Thomas Charles Donaldson.
Amanda Collegian Dorian. Caitlin Alice Doyle. Sean Michael Driscoll. Charles Duffett. Stephanie Elizabeth Dunn. Christian Ellis Engel. Amanda Farazi. Carolyn Joanne Ferrick. Joseph Kelly Figueredo. Bridget Kathleen Fitzgerald. John Ingvi Flanagan. Thank you. Robert Phillips Flint. Lawrence Francis Frizzoli, Jr. Stephen Joseph Fucci. Carmen Angelo Fucello. Stephen Alfred Galimi. Kevin Andrew Gallagher. Catherine Scott Galvin. Stephanie Sarney Garlow. John Austin Garvey. Jessie Marie Generis. Justin Paul Giuliano. Rachel Diana Glacken. Emma Kate Gehring. Manuel Nicholas Gonzalez Rivero. Fedor Alexeyevich Gostchev. Christopher Richard Graham. Christopher Adair Gregory.
Catherine Haffenreffer. William Charles Haggerty, Jr. Christina Marie Hall. Michael David Hall. Frederick Albert Hardy. Braden Nother Harvey. Ryan Lee Haynes. Melissa Rose Henriksen. Jessica Maureen Hodge. John Thomas Holland. Molly Elise Hoagland. Wei-Jen Amy Shea. Jennifer Ann Johnson. Maria Hughes Joy. Megan Elizabeth Julian. Anastasia Caceres. David Isaac Sarkis Kennedy. David Frederick Hewen. Olga Klepkova. Alina Maria Kristopolsky. Stacy Jennifer Coy. Joelle Amara Labastide. Miles Lang Kennedy. Michael Joseph Lannon. Nicole Marie Larson. Jonathan Andrew Lawrence. Caitlin Shea Lucy. Timothy Mahoney Lunardoni.
Brendan James Lynch. Michael Joseph Lynch.
Coverage of Winchester High School graduation is brought to you by the Town Pantry, serving great sandwiches, coffee, and all your grocery needs. Located at 747 Main Street, Winchester.
Elizabeth Ann McKenzie. Kyle Anthony Maganzini. Andrew Maggio. Danielle Magno. Garen Christopher Markey. Joan Lynn Murata. Anita Carolina Martinetti. Sarah Dunn Martin. April Anna Marie Martinez. Kevin Scott McCardle. Kelly Ann McCain. Jacqueline Alice McGowan. Jeremiah Anders McKenzie. Lauren Ashley McLeeman. Nicole Lisa Melchizedian. Nicholas Adams Mencher. Marlena Ann Mirabella. Megan Kennedy Montgomery. Allison Louise Mood. Christopher Moran. Jenna Athena Moran. Jennifer Marie Morgan. Alana Joan Moriali. Maureen Patricia Mulcair. David Allen Murphy.
Rachel Aaron Murphy. Hallie Muscon Murray. Myron Nakashwaram. Samuel Crane Newhouse. Catherine Ann Nicholson. Joseph Gattineri Nigro. Catherine Anna Newtile. Michael Patrick O'Brien. Courtney O'Connell. Catherine Virginia O'Leary. Catherine Virginia Ann O'Neill. Marion Elizabeth O'Rourke. Leanne Christine O'Shea. Alyssa Patty Ackerbloom. Lucy Tresice Osborne. Brian Alberto Ovage. Jill Marie Palladino. Sungmin Park. Marianne Lee Fan. Kelly Irene Pielick. Lauren Margaret Pisani. Bethany McMahon Pongratz. Andrew Robert Potter. Catherine Elizabeth Potter. Edward Joseph Ray. Jeremy Michael Ray. Charlotte Marie Renaud. William Elliott Raven.
Jamie Ray Reese. Peter Reeve. Jacqueline Shannon Reisman. Lauren Ashley Riedel. Bol Feek Reaney. Nicholas J. Ritzel. Heather Victoria Rolka. Casey Sullivan Rowe. Matthew David Roy. Andriana Maria Salvo. Morgan Santhamorthy. Peter Alforth Schluter. Matthew Joseph Scotty. Krista Lynn Severino. Matthew John Shanahan. Michael Stephen Shea. Kirubakaran Sivagarathanan. Lauren Michelle Southern. Stephen Francis Spang. Catherine Parkhurst Spencer. John Henry Spezzaferi. Nathaniel Paul Stone. Peter Samuel Stroud. Yevgeny Yurevich Svirkin. Lindsay Christina Swanson. Callie Margaret Swiger. Melissa Ann Swimer.
Jacqueline Erica Tamboni. Mark Francis Tempesta. James Elliott Tenner. Jennifer Marie Tortelot. Kristen Marie Tripoli. Peter Charles Troisi. Douglas Downey Turner. Nicole Eileen Valente. Brittany Dorothy Vitello. Ralph Anthony Beatty III. Tao Tiffany Bowe. Lindsay Margaret Walker. Peihu Wang. Xiaowei Wang. Benjamin Paul Warschauer. Kelsey Elizabeth Wagner. Allison Williams White. Lisa Carolyn Wilkinson. Gavin Faulkner Williams. Sarah Faith Wilson. Thomas Shade Wooten. Owen Anderson Worth. Zrafko Atanasov Zafarov. Andrea Nicole Zampatella. And Jennifer Gloria Zickel.
Okay, before we wrap up, I too would like to recognize another graduate, the older graduate, Mr. Olson. Mr. Olson has been a huge help to me this year. In the 2 years before I arrived, he served as the acting principal. He was the captain who kept the high school on course during those years. At times there were storms, there were high seas, there were rough seas, but Clarence, due to a firm hand on the rudder, kept the school in great shape. Clarence, we salute you, we thank you, and we're going to miss you. I also want to thank and salute the class of 2004. You've been a very resilient group of students. You spent your middle school years in 3 different schools. You spent your high school years under 3 different principals. Despite these difficulties, you have excelled academically. You have been outstanding performers on athletic fields, courts, and on the stage. Most importantly, you embodied our core value of civic and social responsibility with the landscaping work in front of the school and in the courtyard. On behalf of the Winchester High School community, I wish you well as you move into the big world and beyond Winchester. Good luck. We will miss you, and I now pronounce you graduates of Winchester High School.
Shall end when we turn the page. Let us sing a tribute to love.